What are you at the next level?
Both, just like you saw me play.
You want to do both. How many snaps in a football game can you play?
All of them, if they give me the chance and the opportunity to do it.
So we were talking about the challenges that come with it. You got to be in offensive meetings. You got to be in defensive meetings. You got to be in wide receiver meetings. You got to be in defensive back meetings. How is there enough time to do all that? How did you prepare for that when you played college?
Well, we kind of got 24 hours in a day. We probably sleep for about 8 of those, so we probably got 16 more. So that's 16
and all
that
of them
I'm
dedicated to those.
Yeah, all of them dedicated to football.
Ocho,
Yeah.
the issue is not playing both of
Right.
them. Can you play both of them well?
Yeah, right.
Because I can put anybody out there to play both sides, but how well can they play it?
Listen,
There's a difference. There's levels. There have been great guys in college that couldn't play at that next level. And you're asking him because, see, for me, it don't do him no. For him to go out there like, oh, he playing both sides of the ball. How well will he play both sides of the ball? That's the question. Do I believe he's gonna play every snap? No. No, he's not.
You know what I like? I like the belief.
What?
I like the fact that he believes he can actually do it. Most of the time, that's where it all starts. In anything you do in life, believing that you can do it, manifesting, not only doing that, not only believing it and manifesting it, then working your way into actually being able to do it. Has it been done before? Absolutely not. Which is why you and I.
They used to play both ways back in the 50s, the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. I think Chuck McNarick, rest his soul, was the last two-way player. He was a middle linebacker and a center for the Eagles. He was the last full-time two-way players. Concrete Charlie.
And I think one of the reasons why me and you and everyone else is debunking his ability to play full-time on both sides of the ball is because of how much extreme, what's the word I'm looking for here?
It's a physical grind. Because guess what, Ocho? He plays both sides of the ball. He gets hurt and miss a game. Guess what I've got? I'm down 2 players.
Oh, yeah, that too. Listen,
I'm down 2 players, Ocho.
I listen. I like the confidence though. I
like
the
for sure.
confidence.
That's part of it. That's half the battle is believing.
In everything you do, believing you can do it. Now, what I do,
Yes.
what I would love for him to do is you got to focus on one. You got to focus on one thing. You got to be great at one thing. You're not going to be able to be great at both. You can't be great at DB and great at receiver. You have to become a craftsman at one or the other. Now, I don't know which one it's going to be. Me personally, I like him playing both. I enjoy it. I enjoy watching him play both sides of the ball. Will he be able to do it at that level, at an elite level, at the next level? I don't know. That's very, very difficult when you look at the level of talent you're going to have to see week in and week out. That's the hard part. Because the level field evens.
Yeah.
Everything evens.
Because there are a lot of guys that
level.
are just as talented as he is.
Wait, say it again.
I said there are guys that just as talented as he
just
is
as talented in
the NFL.
There'll be some that are even more talented. Everyone is just as fast. Everyone just as quick. Lateral movement, short air quickness, no matter what everybody is exactly the same. There's one thing that separates everybody. Your technique and up here. It becomes a mental game at that point. I like it though. It's exciting. I'm curious. I'm curious to see where he goes, and not only where he goes, but what they allow him to do. How are they going to use him?
People talking about they don't hit in the NFL. Yeah, they do.
Man,
they do.
Please. I know the rules have changed a little bit. You know, they can't hit like they did during our day. Oh, but they still hitting now. They still hitting.
I tell you, you know what? I wish all the fans that say they don't hit, they would sign a waiver and go out there and say,
No.
Fred Warner.
No.
Okay, who's a safety? Okay, T.J. Watt.
No.
And see.
No,
Ocho. They said they don't hit. So I want them to go out there and see.
It's one thing to watch the game from the stands. It's one thing to watch the game of football from TV. But
Yes.
to put on some pads as a fan and not understanding how fast the game is and how fast them mofos is moving, man, don't do that.
You preaching
Man,
to the
don't
choir.
do that.
You played 11 years. I played 14 years. I understand the collisions.
Man.
And people see, everybody thinks something easy if you've never done it.
Or maybe they
Once
have
you've done it-
have done it, Unc. But we talk about pee-wee, high school, college,
Yeah, that's
semi-pro, but it's different.
It's different. And there's levels to this. As you go up, you play flag and you play pop water. I mean, pee-wee, pop water, whatever you want to call it. Then you go to JV, you go to high school, you go to college. Now there is no higher level than the NFL. So all the people say, look, the NFL, we'll allow you to play. We want you to sign this waiver. Whatever position you want to play. If you want to play running back, you want to play wide receiver.
Running back will.
You want to play quarterback.
Running back who?
Huh? If they want to
Man,
play.
please.
And so, no, Joe, not the game. We're gonna have practice. Okay. Who you want to go up against? So you want Fred Warner, you want Zaire Franklin, you want Roquan Smith. Okay, you want Pat Surtain, you want Jalen Ramsey, you want Stingley. I'm talking about who do you want? Who do you want to guard? Who do you want to go up against? Now, we're going to just one time, and we'll say, okay, now tell me what you think. You think they're still hitting the NFL?
Nope. And you know what? People's perspective on the game won't change until they're actually in that situation. It's a situation, hypothetically speaking, they will never be in. Therefore, that's why they comment the way they do from the outside looking in. That's why they talk down on players the way they do, because they've never been in that position. They don't understand how difficult it is. So it's easy to talk, from the couch, or if you watch the game and you study the game and have never actually played it, to understand how difficult it is. I don't think people really understand how great Saquon Barkley is. Forget the numbers he's putting up. I don't understand. I don't think they get it. They don't understand how good Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, all these dudes that you talk about, on Twitter and X, and they don't understand how good these dudes are.
Oh, I'm not saying that you can't catch, but I'm saying catch the ball when a dude gonna drill you.
We have to focus. We have to focus. We have to lock in on the ball. Bring it in. And, man, come on, man. It's so many that man.
Hey, Ocho, they don't hit no more. I tell you what, we're going to hand the ball off, and we're going to block it just like we would if that was Derrick Henry or Saquon running the football. We're not going to turn them loose on you. We're going to block it all the same.
And mind you, remember this, and when they block it all the same, there's always one free man that the running back has to beat.
Absolutely, because the quarterback is not blocking anybody.
Always one man that the running back has to beat, and that's your man. You got to beat him on your own. It's different, man.
And you got on pads. I mean, you're not used to juking nobody. Hey, as a matter of fact, you see the guy from the Hawks? They had the two guys, and he went to lay the ball up, and he ended up tearing his knee. Woo.
For real?
Yes.
You talking about like a halftime?
Yes, they had. You know how they had a competition. You got to make so many points. One guy on one end, one guy on the other end. They gave it 5, 4, 3. He got the ball, went to lay it up. Bloop. Reel him up out of in a wheelchair.
Oh, but that's funny.
Plus the thing is, Ocho, I don't think people realize when people are like, well, damn, man, you bigger than I thought. You don't look that big on TV. Hell, I'm small compared to a tight end.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then you multiply that, a guy running full speed. If you ain't never been used to taking no hit, or you haven't taken a hit in a while, you're not taking the blows.
Not at all.
Because as I got older, I didn't want to look. I was a guy. I would take a lick. Okay, I'm cool.
Bounce right back up.
As I got older, I started getting year 12, 13, 14. Right. I put that blink on Ocho. Blink, blink, blink. Hit him out of bounds. Hey, Ocho, I head right on up out of bounds. Hey, I ain't taking that lick no more. Nah, I'm good.
You listen. As you get older, you get by the year 10 and on, you make business. You make business decisions.
Absolutely. Hey, put that blink on, head on out of bounds.
Wait.
Hey, turn it up. No, I'm good. Hey, Ocho, it's 2nd and 1. If we can't get 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1, I don't know what to tell you.
Somebody's wrong. Something.
Now, late the ball game, 4th down, something like that. Okay, I get
Right.
you. But hey, I got two. Hey, back in the day, Ocho, 2 guys coming. Okay, you over here, you over here. Okay, I
split them.
Come over to me.
Yeah.
I come. I think you the lesser of the danger. Let me get you. Let me get you. I'm gonna get you. I back inside. That's a problem. You not a problem. But I'm anxious. I'm really anxious to see Travis give it a go, playing both sides.
It's important where he goes, Unc. It's very, 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 very important where he goes. I hope the team that drafts him understands his beliefs, understands his wants, and they use him in that manner. Because he's an exciting player. He's a generational talent. And they need to be able to use him in a manner so he's able to display that at the next level the same way he did at Colorado.
I'm not so sure it's not more of a mental than a physical focus because you have to be on your A game all the time, especially on defense because you know, sometimes a wide receiver, you're not getting the ball, so I ain't really got to focus. They ain't throwing me the ball. I'm last in the progression. But as a defensive player, as a corner, you lied. You have one slip, Ocho. You hesitate a little bit. You got to smell the deodorant.
Strike up the band.
That's it. And now you coming. Hey, and what everybody do after they give a touchdown, what they do, Ocho? They look up at the jumbotron. Yeah, that's you. That's you. Yeah. You did that. We just saw that. Yeah, but you looking up there. Yeah, that's you. But I'm anxious to see what he can do. He believes he can do it. Do I believe he can play every snap, offense and defense? I don't. Do I think he can play one side and then they have packages? I believe it's easier if he's a DB for them to install packages at the wide receiver.
Right.
I believe that's easier. But let him try it.
Yeah. I like it.
I think you drafting him knowing that's what he wants to do. One of the reasons he went with Time told him he would let him do it. I'll let you do whatever you can do. He showed Time he can do it. He did it. He won the Heisman Trophy. One of the great seasons of the wide receiver. He had, 13, 1,400 yards. A DB. He had a bunch of pass breakups. Had a forced fumble, key interceptions. Good tackler.
Oh, he going to come up and tackle too now.
Give him a chance. Let's see what he can do. No problem whatsoever. I think you have to give him that because deep down, because now he's going to feel some type of way.
Oh, yeah. You already knew. You knew what I wanted before I got here. I expressed my interest in it. I've said it over and over and over countless times. And you bring me in, you draft me this high, wherever it may be. And then when I get here, you tell me, well, we don't think you know how they play that game, Monk. Well, we don't think you, well, we think you're better suited at, come on now, don't play that game.
Somebody tell me he would love that opportunity. So, where you think he goes, Ocho?
Yeah. Oh man.
Where you think Trav goes?
I don't know.
Cleveland, the Giants.
I don't know because listen, when you talk about Cleveland, they need a quarterback. When you talk about the Giants, they need a quarterback. So I don't think any in those two teams are not passing up on Shedeur or Cam Ward. Now listen. Somebody might come up from low and surprise us on draft day and come and grab a quarterback early. And then it frees up Shedeur somewhere else. We keep forgetting. We're not even talking about Abdul Carter. Hell, who's to say he don't go first? You know, you just don't know. Especially with those four, ain't no telling how it's gonna go. But I know he's gonna go in the top 5. I just don't know where. And who knows what's gonna happen on draft day with some other team and some compensation that they might feel a player is up there that might be a generational talent and a franchise-changing player to them, and they go up and snatch them and change the draft all the way up.
According to Adam Schefter, the Browns are more likely to pick Travis Hunter at 2 in the draft. He impressed Cleveland at his pro day. The Browns are exploring a potential taking Travis Hunter at 2, then trading back into the first round to land Jalen Milroe. it's possible that Milroe could be picked with their second pick, but it would be gambling entering the season with Kenny Pickett as QB1. Milroe was invited, and he has accepted an invitation to the NFL draft.
You think Milroe has a chance to go in the first round, you think?
That's what they're saying. Ocho, it's just
I don't like that, man. I don't like when they bring players in and have them sitting there like that all day and ain't no telling where you're gonna go. It's not for certain you're going in the first round. They put the camera on you while everybody else getting picked. I don't like that, Unc. That's embarrassing to me, man.
I would be cautious.
Right.
And let me tell you why I'm cautious. I'm cautious because I watched Anthony Richardson, and I watched a supremely guy that size run 4.5, 4.4, whatever he ran, jump out of the gym. Well, he's a 50+% completion guy in college. College, NFL is harder to get completions than college.
Right.
If you're 50 in college, you see he was 46, Richardson was 46. There are times I'm looking at Milroe, I'm like, bro, what was that? Now, I'm not saying that with some time, but how much time are you going to give him? Because if you're going to Cleveland, bro, they're going to need you to be at least by year 2.
You got to go.
You're going to need to be ready to
Got to go.
Because Jimmy and D Haslam, they look, we bit the bullet on this one with Deshaun. We gave up 3 first-round picks. One of them was C.J. Stroud. One of them was Will Anderson Jr., and the other one was Tank Dell.
That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy.
One was Offensive Rookie of the Year. The other was Defensive Rookie of the Year, and they both gone to the Pro Bowl. Now, we bit the bullet on that one. We signed off on Deshaun. But you brought that to us. Now, we just gave him 40 million, 160 million, whatever we gave
Miles
Garrett. We took Trav. We traded back into the first round, which means that we're possibly going to have to give up next year's first round. Okay.
Listen, the Browns have been missing.
Okay.
The Browns have been missing for a long time on their first round picks. They've been missing for a long time. I know one thing: they can't miss if they go with Travis Hunter. You can't miss. You won't miss. Now they missed with quarterbacks, but you're not gonna miss there.
So, I'm ready for it to see. I'm ready to see how this thing play. I'm tired of trying to play expert and like, oh, he's going here, he's going there, because you don't know. Like you said, somebody might come zooming up the draft board because somebody like, oh, he ain't get selected. And, I can get him here. We're about to find out. The Dolphins are reportedly growing increasingly frustrated with Tyreek Hill's antics and a word about the culture he's creating in the locker room. They have begun to hear teams out potential trade scenarios, but will only act on a deal where they feel they're getting fair value in the return.
Right.
I tried to tell you this, Ocho.
What?
You ain't want to.
Whoa! You tried to tell me what?
About Tyreek? They were getting tired of that.
Oh, well, listen.
About it.
I think Tyreek ain't slow. He's pretty smart. If you know they tired of it and you keep on doing it, what does that tell you? He doing it on what? He doing it on what?
You think he do it on purpose?
Absolutely. Okay. At this point, absolutely.
Well,
TikTok, some of the stuff he's doing.
Well, he's the one that keep talking about, to find out your team trying to trade him. You're the one, the last game of the season, you talking about your peace out. You got to go do what's best for you. I don't like when people become a victim in their own story.
Right.
Be a victim in someone else's story. You can't be a victim in a story that you created. You created this. You wanted out of Kansas City. A situation.
Whoa, wait. He wanted to get paid. That's all. He wanted to get paid.
They were going to pay him, but you got to realize Tyreek had years left on the contract. Now, when they came to him and they asked him would he restructure, he said, "Nah, I don't believe it. I signed the contract." Then the next year, he wanted to redo his contract, even though he had said the year before he signed the contract. I got no problem with that. You go to a guy that was injury prone. Ocho, tell the people at home, how did Tua come into the league? He limped into the league. Remember, he fractured his hip his last year.
College. Yes, sir.
He was injury prone in college. where they're not nearly as physical as they are in the NFL. So what do you think is going to happen, Ocho?
He's going to deal with some injuries here at the next level. And that's what he's had to deal with.
So now, and then you go, look, I get it. You know, but you tried to sell us. Ain't nobody believe that Tua was on Mahomes' level. Not his accuracy, not his being able to throw, none of that. Okay, you want to hype your quarterback up. You're like, hey, I believe in him. We get all of that. You played the wide receiver position. I started wide receiver, went to tight end. I get it. I want to give my guy confidence, let you know I believe in you. But I'm trying to figure out, Ocho, what is it? Like you said, his first year there, he was second in the league in receiving. The second year there, first year there, he was second in the league in receiving. The next year there, he was one of the few guys that's ever had 1,800 receiving yards. Last year, he was nicked. It got up to a bad start. Yeah. It started the first game of the season, Ocho, with the traffic stop and so forth and so on. I don't really know what happened, but hey, bro, oh, Lord. I just don't get these guys.
Hey, listen,
I don't get them.
You never know what's going to happen. All that stuff is going on. You know, Tyreek is not happy. Obviously, he's continues to do what he does on social media, probably trying to egg on a trade in that manner, in a fun, entertaining way, you know, using TikTok. Then you have the draft coming up, Unc. Ain't no telling what's going to happen draft day. Ain't no telling. So, you know, something might happen there. You know, it changed things up. I'm just like, that's what's so exciting to me, because you just don't know. You just don't know. There's nobody for certain. You know what? He was so great in college. He's absolutely going number one. You just don't know.
Yeah. Who do you talk about going number one, Ocho?
Man.
Oh, you talking about?
I'm saying, you don't know. It could be. Listen, Tennessee need a quarterback, don't they?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know, man. Ain't no telling.
I think the thing is, Ocho, this is what we see.
Yeah.
No matter how great you are, they'll move your ass. They'll say, because they're not going to let you become bigger than the team.
Not only bigger than the team, they won't let you become bigger than the game itself.
No. No. Because Kansas City, they traded Tyreek and went to 3 straight Super Bowls.
Well, but listen,
they won 2.
You got to understand why they went to 3. They got that special dude over there too. So they got that special.
So what does that tell you? Wide receivers ain't doing nothing without what? No matter who he is. Tyreek had 1,800 yards. Waddle had another 1,200. Did they win a playoff game?
I would just talk about the Super Bowl factor, but I got you.
You better have that guy to pull that trigger.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You better have him. It's because think about it. All those years, New England, how many Pro Bowl wide receivers they had? If you take Randy Moss out of the equation, Wes Welker, I think Troy Brown went to one. But I don't think Troy, I could be wrong. I don't know if Troy went with Brady. I think he went maybe a year before Brady. Maybe I'm wrong.
Right.
But if you go back and study it, Ocho, they have a whole lot of Pro Bowl wide receivers. That's why people really fell in love with Tom.
Right.
They're like, how this man getting all these going to all these Super Bowls, and they got all these wide receiver here, wide receiver here, wide receiver over there, Pro Bowl, All Pro, and he doing that. You better have that guy.
Yeah. It makes a difference. There's a reason they make the big bucks.
It makes a big difference. He's the foundation. If you get him, Ocho, I can build. If I got a solid foundation, I can put whatever I want on it. If I got a great foundation, I can put a 20,000 square foot home, or I can put 1,000 square foot home. My foundation's solid, and it can hold it all.
Well, foundation is so important in all aspects of life. Huh?
It is.
Huh? Well, you just said a word there and don't even know you said it.
I get Gronk was there, but y'all do realize that Brady went to how many Super Bowls before Gronk arrived? Don't do that. Don't minimize that, man. Gronk for me is one of the 2 best tight ends. Some people got Gronk 1, some people got Kelsey. I got Kelsey. Hey, I'll debate you. Look at the regular season, look at the postseason, blah, 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 so forth and so on. But Tom, come on now. All I know is Deion Branch won Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
He went to Seattle and we never heard from him. David Patton. Y'all know where David Patton went after he left New England? Go back and look at the receivers that he had early in his career.
He has some boys now.
When they left New England, did you ever hear from them again? He take it undrafted. Y'all do realize Wes Welker was an undrafted guy. Y'all do realize Edelman was a 7th round guy. What round did Amendola get drafted in? Because I think he went to the Rams first, Ocho.
Yeah,
I'm not mistaken.
Amendola was with the Rams first, if I'm not mistaken.
That man was really turning. Like, look, they were good players, but I don't know if they're going to be what they became
Without being there.
Wow. So he was an undrafted free agent.
Ooh.
Amendola.
Hey, Amendola was nice too, huh?
He was the Cowboys, then the Eagles, then the Rams.
He was nice.
Get David Gibbons. Do y'all remember where David Gibbons went once he left New England? What about David Patton? Deion Branch was a Super Bowl MVP. He went to Seattle. Did y'all ever hear from him again? Yeah, Edelman was a quarterback.
Oh yeah, at Kent State.
Yeah.
Kent State, yeah.
I just look. I don't. Ocho. 7-Eleven. Chris Hogan, yo guy.
Oh, always open. Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, 7-Eleven.
Yeah, he ain't with the Dolphins.
What he undrafted? He was like a lacrosse or a field hockey player or something.
Hey, he was nice. He was nice.
He was nice when he got with Brady.
He was nice. Goddamn Chris Hogan. That's a good one now.
Big discourse was created over the weekend when draft expert tweeted lots of double taps and hitches from Shedeur today. NFL defenders close windows quickly. This was a concerning workout. Andre Cisco said, boy, better stop patting that ball. We breaking all that early. But Darius Slayton jumped in and said, I promise he can pat the ball just fine. If a DB was so good at breaking on the ball and pats, they'd have 8+ picks a year. Same guys that follow the 2-man dagger concept and give up digs in the 3rd and long every season, all season long, talking about, boy, pat the ball, what a joke. I said the exact same thing.
Right.
All the expert, the DB told, oh, they pat no back, they go drive on that.
Man, listen, they not driving on nothing. Man, stop playing. This is the timing game. It's always been a timing game. It always has been. Quarterbacks have been patting the ball since the beginning of time. It's a part of rhythm. It's a part of rhythm throwing as well. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you pat, sometimes you don't. Sometimes the pat is for the timing of the actual throw, waiting for the receiver to get open. It's a part of the rhythm when you playing. Hey, when you throw, when John Elway throw that skinny route, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He hit that 7. When you hit that 7 step, the ball is gone.
Yes.
Now, a play like that, there's no hitch and there's no pat because the ball is coming out on time.
Right.
You got a dig route. You got a curve route. There's a pat on the ball. If you get to that 5th step, if you're not at your break yet, it just is on the corner route, the deep ball. When you hit that 7 step, if you got play action, there's a pat on the ball before you release
on the hitch, you taking 5 with a hitch.
My point exactly. Whoever that was, for one, we talk about in shorts and we talk about on air. Turn on the goddamn film. Watch all 32 NFL quarterbacks on drop back passes. You'll see all of them take hitches. You'll see all of them pat the ball. It's a part of the game and always has been. That's called nitpicking, trying to find something wrong to say. And then you loud and wrong. You loud and wrong.
Well, well, hopefully everybody gonna get their chance to see. But Ocho, at this point in juncture,
Uh-huh.
everybody is trying to find fault.
Oh,
He
something.
dropped-
Always.
he's not. He's getting his head around too quick before the break. DB's gonna key on that. He's not dropping his hips,
Right.
or he's doing this. He's tilting the route. He's leaning
Right.
into the route. As the DB, I get it. I get it. Just for me, look, you hope, like Ocho. The way I look at it, game film is the most important.
Very.
Now, if I'm looking at a game, if I'm looking at a guy's game tape, I'm watching. Now, if he looks fast, when he goes to the compound, I hope he runs fast. I hope he's quick. I hope he jumps high. So now that corroborates what I've seen on tape.
Right.
Now, if there's something that I see on tape that I don't see when he tests, I got to go back and evaluate. Okay, what did I miss something, Ocho?
Right.
What am I missing? Then, because at the end of the day, I still believe tape is the most important. And I
Always.
give you a prime example. Ozzie, he took Terrell Suggs. Terrell Suggs ran 4.8 with track spikes and a jock. I say, Ozzie, how you take this man with a top 10 pick and he ran 4.8? And he looked me dead in my eye.
Turn on the film.
Boy, somebody got them 24 sacks. Somebody got the 24 sacks. He said, son, you watch him bend the edge?
You'll
said,
understand quick.
I said, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, and look, why am I arguing with Ozzie? Look at the Hall of Famers he's got. Ray Lewis, Jonathan Ogden, Ed Reed, Suggs going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's going to be a Hall of Famer. Marshall Yonder is going to be a Hall of Famer. So, I mean, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, watch the tape. Do you see what do you see on tape? Are there some things? Everybody has things that they can correct.
Absolutely.
Y'all make it seem like Peyton and Tom and everybody. There's something you can get better at. But to say a guy is flawless is just not true.
No, not at all. Not at all. You could listen, you could break down people's tape right now. You could break down people's tape right now that are in the league that are some of the best at their positions right now. And you can find flaws in their game.
Absolutely.
You can find, all you have to do is nitpick. You can nitpick on any and everybody. There is always something to continue to work on, no matter how long you've been playing this game, because you'll never be perfect. No matter how much you strive for perfection, you will always fall short because you're human. And there will always be human error in everything that you do. So I listen, I understand what the guy was saying with the scout, whoever tweeted that out. I don't think they really understand the game of football in general before making that general statement. When all quarterbacks do this, they all do, based on the play, based on the length of the route. I mean, just it made no sense. It was so funny to see Micah going back and forth and Darius Slayton them talking trash. That was funny.
And most of the time, the quarterback, they have the ball with how many times you see the quarterback bring the ball up with one hand and throw it? They bring the ball up here like this here, Ocho.
Exactly. And then that rhythm throw, it's a pat and let it go.
Yes.
A pat and let it go.
Now,
just to keep
like
the
you said,
timing and continuity of the play going.
Like, smoke route, a slant, quick out, you can't hitch it like that.
No,
this damn show going the other way.
It's coming out. It's coming out right away.
Yeah,
listen,
so
it better be early. It better be early and outside too.
Yes. You absolutely right, because when you throw it 1, 2, 3, that ball's got to go. Cause they driving on that now.
Yeah. And the funny thing about it, think about it. We talk about the good DBs in the NFL. Them first three steps, they not even looking at the receiver. They looking at the quarterback.
Exactly.
They looking at the quarterback. So once that arm is gone, that's why ball placement is so important, because the good DBs are not even looking at the receiver until after that fourth or fifth step.
That's how we get them on the sluggo, because you do this.
Oh yeah, your eyes in the backfield playing around.
And now they throw it over top of your head, the sluggo route, or they get the stutter go because you witch it and he drop his hip, and the quarterback does that.
Yeah. Listen, hey, as a DB, when they double move you, you better have hell of a hips in transition.
Oh yeah,
you
just
better have
tackle
some
him.
beautiful hips and be able to transition.
Just tackle him. Just tackle him. Because what he's gonna do is that he knows once you start to come up, he's gonna get outside. He's gonna get outside your. So you might as well just
tackle
interfere with him I'm not giving up anything. I'm not giving up anything cheap or deep.
Right.
But I thought he threw. Look, I don't really take anything from anybody throwing the ball in shorts and thing because they're not. That's not how you play the game of football.
Right.
What did the guy when you watch the guy in shorts?
Mm-hmm.
No, is he Lamar Jackson as far as athleticism? No.
No.
Does he have a Patrick Mahomes arm? No. But he has an arm that's plenty good enough.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that Tom Brady? Are you telling me Peyton Manning? Are you telling me Philip Rivers? Are you telling me Drew Brees are more athletic than Shedeur? No, they're not.
No.
And they got it done. I'm not saying he's going to be any of those guys, but we're talking about just athleticism. I mean, there ain't no guy. I mean, is he accurate? Because I've seen a lot of guys with cannons.
He's not just accurate. He's insanely accurate.
Exactly.
Insanely. Can throw every ball. And every ball he throws is catchable.
Yes.
They got some receivers. I mean, they got some quarterbacks out there, throughout the years now. They've thrown a very difficult ball to catch.
I agree.
A la number 4, who your brother played for. Tearing people's hands up, splitting the web of their fingers. He was a gunslinger. That's what he was known for.
But Shedeur is extremely accurate. He does a great job of throwing. Has great anticipatory skills.
Yes.
He does a great job of throwing guys open. That's the difference between college and the NFL.
Pros. Right.
Even when you think the guy isn't open, you throw him open.
Well,
Guys ain't gonna be running or have no 5 and 10 and 3-yard separation in the NFL.
Not in the league,
unless it's a blown coverage, a guy falls down or something. But most of the time, you're going to have to fit a ball into a tight window.
And also, something he doesn't get credit for. We always bring up him not being a dual threat, not being able to run, but his pocket presence. He has great pocket presence in his ability in short area quickness to be able to extend plays, not get away from people like Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, but extend plays to make throws downfield. He's very good at that, especially if you watch. Obviously, we watched Colorado all last year, and we understand that despite all the sacks he took, because listen, we know one of the issues obviously with them was their O-line.
Offensive line wasn't very good.
Yeah.
Ain't nowhere around that, Ocho. His offensive line wasn't very good. It's not like we're breaking news for people. You watch the game, and there's a time that he's gonna have to throw the ball away.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to throw. You just throw the ball away. You live to see another day. You don't want to take that unnecessary punishment, and you don't want to take your team out of field goal range, or you don't want to make it 3rd and long or 2nd and long. Hey, throw the ball away. Live to see another day. And that comes with maturity. I mean, the guy's only, 21, 22 years of age.
Yeah.
So it takes time, and he'll get better. The Peyton Manning that you saw and the great quarterbacks that you saw in their rookie season, there weren't the midway through and at the tail end of their career. They were better.
Right.
You get better. You learn more. Once you come to the NFL, you start studying tape. You start watching. You pick up things, and you self-evaluate yourself.
Right.
That's what the really great ones do. They self-evaluate themselves like, damn, that's why that mofo covered me. Damn, I tipped off this route.
But think about the names that you said, the Tom Brady's, the Peyton Mannings, when they first started, where their years weren't exceptional as opposed to how they ended up. But who to say Shedeur doesn't go somewhere, right? You see how he talked in that presser when he said, whoever's serious about me and wanting a franchise-changing quarterback, that's who needs to sign me. Who says he doesn't come in and have a season like C.J. Stroud did, depending on where he goes? Who say he doesn't come in and have a season like Jaden Daniels did with the Commanders, depending on where he goes? But what if he has that belief where his presence alone heightens everything else around him? Who the hell did Jaden Daniels gonna go to the Commanders and turn the franchise around just like that in 6 months?
The great
C.J.
quarterback
Stroud goes to Houston and turns the Texans around in 6 months.
Yep.
Come on, man. Ain't no telling.
I agree.
Ain't no telling what's finna happen.
But hey, let's just give him an opportunity. Let's see where he goes. Hopefully he goes someplace and has a good offensive coordinator, good head coach, have great talent around him. Because if you go back and look, Ocho, what did CJ have around him?
Ooh.
Nico Collins, Tank Dale.
Yeah.
Had Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
Nice tight end. Look at Jaden Daniels. Had nice feet. Hey, they had Zach Ertz. They had scary Terry McLaurin.
Well, listen, I like that you just broke that down. Now look at the places that he had the chance to go to. We got the Browns, right? We got Njoku. We got my young
Jerry Jeudy.
We got Jerry Jeudy. We got my route runner. I'm not sure who the number 2 is. Who's the number 2 receiver?
I forget the guy. I know you're talking about. He was okay, but they once they moved on from Amari.
Right.
I forget the guy's name.
He took over. I can't remember. I can't remember myself. But then, okay, let's say it's not Cleveland. Let's say the Giants. You got Malik Neighbors.
Yep. And Darius, I think Slayton is still there too, right?
You got Slayton, who was just arguing on with Micah Parsons.
Yep.
Come on now. Come on now. We can work with that.
I just think the thing is that sometimes we have false perceptions that we think the guy coming in should be a finished product, and that's the best he's going to be. No. And they don't realize that these guys have an opportunity to get better. Mm-hmm. That's not the best. That shouldn't be the best that they are. They should incrementally get better.
Right.
And you work at it, you study, you put the time in, good things normally happen. Mm-hmm. So, what is Elijah Moore?
Oh, Elijah Moore. Hey, Elijah Moore.
Because they got him. I think they got him, Ocho. They
Elijah
got him
Moore from Clemson. Boy, he can run some routes now.
He came from the Cardinals.
Huh?
Cedric Tillman. Where did Cedric Tillman come from?
Tillman.
I played with a guy named Cedric Tillman. We went to Alcorn State.
Hey, I know Elijah Moore he can run some routes, boy.
Oh, yeah. He's smaller guy, good in the slot. But nice. Jerry Jeudy is tremendous in that slot. Jerry Jeudy, I was happy for Jerry.
Yeah, he had a hell of a season, boy.
Because, look, he wasn't getting the opportunities. They didn't have the quarterback. He grew frustrated. I think the thing is, like, it's easy when you're a young receiver, Ocho, to get down. Because fans start booing you, coaches pull you playing time, and all of a sudden, you normally play in 45 plays, you play at 20. Well, how the hell you expect me to show you something in 20 plays when at least 5 of those, the quarterback's going to get flushed?
Yeah.
Another 5, I'm not the number 1 option. I might not even be the second option. I might be third option.
Right.
And 2 of those are going to be screens. He going to get sacked on another 3. So how the hell you expect me to do something with 20 plays and I'm really only involved in about 7 of them?
Hey, I'm excited, man. I can't wait for football season, man.
Elijah Moore,
I can't wait. When is the draft? The draft next week, huh?
Yeah, he was there. He was there last year. Elijah Moore, he's not there anymore, Ocho.
He
was there last year because I remember him catching a couple of passes against the Broncos. That's what the name. But okay, Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman, and some guy named Michael Woods. Obviously, Njoku's there.
Yeah.
But,
okay. Well, hell, we could work with that too. We good. We good. We can work with that.
Former Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Julio Jones, one of the best players in franchise history, announced his retirement from the NFL. Jones, a 7-time Pro Bowl selection, a 2-time first-team All-Pro selection during his 13 NFL seasons. He twice led the NFL in receiving yards 2015-2018, and he's the Falcons' all-time leader in receptions, 848, receiving yards, 12,896. His 60 receiving touchdowns mark second in Falcons history behind Roddy White. How will you, Ocho, remember Julio?
Well, Julio Jones, one of the best to ever play this game. Now we talk about top 5. We talk about top. Listen, might be top 5. Honestly, to come out of Alabama, man, one of the greatest ever. I enjoy watching Julio play. It's so funny, right? Watching Julio Jones play. There's a young fella down there at Ohio State that's from Miami who looks something just like him.
Jeremiah Smith.
Jeremiah Smith, who might be the second coming of Julio Jones. But man, Julio was awesome to watch, man, throughout his entire career. Some of the things he could do on the field. That 300-yard game he had against the Carolina Panthers was unbelievable. When he snatched that goddamn ball off the top of Luke Kuechly's head that time, when he snatched that ball away from Malcolm Butler in the end zone for that man.
Yeah.
There's some great highlights of Julio Jones. Julio, I know you're going to see this, boy. I've always been a fan of yours. I've always showed you your love and gave you your flowers while you was actually still playing. I'm still a fan to this day. You're going to get you that gold jacket because you definitely a Hall of Famer. And obviously, you top 5 in my book. You know, I would have to shuffle the 5 around a little bit, but you belong in it. I salute you on a great career, and that's it. He nice,
Amazing
he was
career.
nice.
Consummate pro, had a great career. I wish he could have finished his career in Atlanta because bouncing around. Ocho, he went to where? I think he went to Tennessee after he
Yeah,
left that, right? I
yeah. He
think he
went
went
to
to
Tennessee,
Tennessee. He
Tampa.
went to Tampa and he went to New England, Philly.
No, Philly.
Philly.
Yeah.
But man, he had a man. If only they could have closed out that Super Bowl.
That 28-3 game
And he had an amazing catch that had him in field goal range. And Matt
on
Ryan took
the
a sack.
sideline, right? On the sideline.
Yep.
Woo-hoo. Hey.
Steve Bisciotti, owner of the Ravens, said he's ready for his team to break through the ceiling and make it to the biggest game of the year. Bisciotti said he doesn't like waiting 12 years, and he thinks impatience is good for you when it comes to competing for titles. He also made it clear, I want to win now. We've got a window with Lamar. I know what we can do. I know that we work to put ourselves in position to win. We all get credit for that. That's all you can do. I hate it that every year you just have to start back over again. But you know what? This is not for the meek. The Chiefs, the Bills have ended the last Ravens season, last two. What will be different this year, Ocho?
I mean, listen, it all comes down to two things. Turnovers. That's all it comes down to. In those games, when they've lost, even though they've been able to overcome, Lamar's been able to overcome some of the turnovers, the early turnovers in the game, late in the game. Obviously, we know how it ended with Andrew dropping the ball and having an opportunity to tie the game, not knowing what would happen going into the second half or overtime at that point. But still, listen about him saying, Bisciotti in general saying he's impatient, he wants to win now. As long as you have number 8 at the helm, you're going to always have a chance. Every time. There are a few quarterbacks in the league. There are 32 teams. There may be 5 or 6 quarterbacks that are going to be in contention every single year. You can have a goddamn blindfold on. I guarantee they're going to be in the playoffs. The Baltimore Ravens is one of them. As long as number 8 is upright, alive and well, you got a shot every time. Now, all you have to do is just finish it off in the postseason. That's it. Eliminate the turnovers. That's been your Achilles heel so far once you made it. So they're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. He has nothing to worry about. Just the simple fact that the AFC North is run through Cincinnati. That's the only problem.
No, it ain't. No. Ocho, check this out. Lamar Jackson is challenging NASCAR legend Dale Earnhardt Jr. for the number 8 trademark. Lamar says it's too close to Era 8 brand name. Jackson filed a similar trademark opposition to Troy Aikman in 2024, and they're still battling. Ocho, Lamar versus Dale Jr. Who owns the number 8?
Oh, man, listen, Dale Jr., we talk about an icon. We talk about an icon in the racing world, someone that's been around for a very long time. Listen, Lamar Jackson still has a ways to go. He's an icon in his own right, and what he's doing down in Baltimore, as a quarterback in general, he's continuing to cement his legacy. At some point, once he gets that ring, he's going to solidify that. Still one of the all-time greats right now, but that 8, that Earnhardt, Unc, Dale, is different.
I mean, it's so hard.
That 8 represents something else. It's iconic.
It's hard.
That last name alone, Unc.
I mean, when it comes to a number, the only number that's synonymous is 23.
Yeah.
It's 23. That's really the only number that's synonymous with. Look, I understand that they've retired. Magic was 33 in college, but Kareem had 33, and so he slid to 32.
Right.
And boom, Shaq was 30. What was Shaq? Shaq was 32 in Orlando,
32.
But he ended up going to 34.
Yeah.
So I get it. But when you think of numbers,
yeah,
it's going to be hard. I mean, I think Troy Aikman got a beer called. I think he has a beer called 8 or something, if I'm not mistaken. I think he does. Oh,
really?
Yeah, I think he has a beer. I think. I mean, don't quote me on that, Ocho, but I think I was reading something that he has a beer called 8. You know what? Hell, I got my phone here. I'll look it up. It's EIGTH. Yes, he does have a beer called 8.
Yeah.
Yep, low carb, low
I
calorie.
like it. It's you know it's certain players, like when you see their number, when you see a certain
Yeah,
number, a certain player resonates with that
yeah,
number, regardless of what team, regardless of the color of a jersey. You know, I ain't trying to toot my own
yeah,
horn, but when you see 85, for the most
yeah.
part,
I
that
think Isaac
85 to him, it
Curtis.
resonates.
Oh, that's you?
Stop lying,
Oh,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Man, I'm sorry,
Hey,
Ocho.
I'm just saying. Listen. I'm with you, right? When you see that 12, it resonates with Tom
Yeah,
Brady. When you see 15, for the most part, even though he's still playing, you think of Patrick
yeah.
Mahomes.
Or
That's this
hey,
is it.
hey, in '99,
Hey,
you know what '99 is? The great one, Gretzky,
oh yeah, oh yeah,
the great one.
absolutely. Oh wait, listen. As great as he is, Ovechkin is only 3 goals away. You know that.
That don't matter.
Three or four
Yeah,
goals,
but
but
hey,
yeah,
the great. Well, when he get 9 Hart trophies in a row, talk to me.
yeah. Okay. That's different.
When
That's
he get,
different. Hey, speak. I think Ovechkin wear 8 too. Lamar Jackson's one of those players. As he continues to play and play well throughout his career, whether he wins a ring or
right,
not, that number
right,
8 can resonate with him when he's gone and done playing. That number 8 can also resonate
yeah.
in remembering him as
Yeah,
well.
they'll be like, look, we're not saying anything, but the first time when somebody say 99, I'm thinking Gretzky. When somebody say, give
Yeah.
me the famous 99, I'm going to think Gretzky.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to say,
Gretzky.
if you're a
Okay.
Yankee fan, you want to say Aaron Judge, or you a Bucks fan, I know Sap, my boy.
Sap. Yeah.
But come
Yeah.
on now. Come on now.
Yeah. 99.
Yeah. Hold on. I thought Dale Jr. was 88. How did he get why does Dale want I thought Dale Jr. drove the 88 car. 88 is too close to 8? Hold on. Well, hold on. Lamar says era 88 is too close to era 8.
Oh, maybe the spelling, maybe the way it's spelled. I mean, I can't see it in front of me, for context purposes,
I
but
mean,
I'm
he
I'm
says
assuming.
ERA 8. Era 8.
Oh, okay.
80.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know, but I don't
yeah.
know.
It's
That's a
kind of
stretch
it's kind
there.
of close. Yeah, it's kind of close. Usually, when you trademark something, you want it to stand alone and be
Yes.
by itself. And that those two, it kind of coincides a little bit, and it's too
Yeah.
similar.
So,
Too similar.
hold on. Let me see what I gotta look this up, Jojo. Cause it's I know his dad was the number 3.
Oh yeah, the legend.
No, he drove 88 and he drove 8.
Mm-hmm. I think the 88 car was all white. I'm not sure who the sponsor was. I remember it was all white. I can't remember who the sponsors were at the time. I done been to a few NASCAR races. You been a NASCAR race
Yeah.
before? Inside outside? Listen, that's one of the best dates when you first meet somebody and you want to do something different, something that obviously who the woman you're dating has never experienced. Take it to a NASCAR race and sit outside.
Man, they
Oh,
don't like
that
that.
that's
I don't know
that's
if they can take that noise, Ocho.
hey, that hey, it's different. Put your earplugs in if that's the problem. It's different. It's different. It's fun. Get your hot dog, get your beer. Obviously, I don't drink. I had my Coke with no ice. Get my hot dog, my little popcorn. Sat there, great conversation. Watch the cars going. But that's neither here nor there. But it's just a great date for anybody in the chat that want an idea on what it takes somebody that they just met or somebody that you already know. NASCAR race. If she can't sit there with you, she don't deserve nothing, none of the finer things in life if she don't like NASCAR.
Dale has trademarked 8, not 88. Okay. So he tried to I don't I don't know. Troy has trademark 8 as spelled out. I mean, numbers are hard to trademark, Ocho, because they're like, well, who they belong to? You ain't created.
Yeah.
It's hard to trademark a number. I mean, slogans like the 3-peat, Pat Riley owns that. Well, he coined the phrase. He got copyrighted. Yeah.
Right.
Lou, I was earlier, I hear Lou will tell the story when I called him Lemon Pepper Lou. He asked Pat Bev, you think it's going to stick? Pat said it's already done stuck. He went out and got Lemon Pepper Lou, Lou Will, you know, he got, hey, I'm just happy that he liked the name. That's it. I was just being funny, you know, because, you know, we talk about, we go get the wings, Ocho.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting on us to take that trip to go get them wings. We ain't been yet. Oh, I'm trying to see what all the
we gonna hit Chain Spot 2 Candyland. Ocho, a Philly man called out the mayor for being incompetent because he's a Dallas Cowboy fan. Let's take a listen to this.
This is what happened, guys, residents of Upper Darby Township, when you elect a Cowboys fan to your government. 29 years of losing with this team. What do you expect with the leadership?
Ooh.
This is a Cowboys fan. This guy follows the Cowboys.
Damn.
You see what type of leadership they have, and that's what you put your trust in. Cowboys fan. Sickening.
Hey, you got to be able to separate the two, baby. You got to be able to separate the two. Your political views and the way things are run with the country and government, and the team you decide to support based on probably your childhood. You know, that's normally where it comes from.
I mean, you're not expecting to see somebody from a whole Ocho. That's a rival. I'm not expecting to see somebody run for mayor in Denver and they talk about they're a Chiefs fan or they're a Raiders fan.
But listen, that's why I said him being a fan of the Dallas Cowboys and being in Philly, being in office. He is a fan of them simply because of something that happened when he was young. When he was young, that's all. I guarantee you that it was his parents, or he grew up. You know, they grew up watching the Cowboys during those times when they were winning Super Bowls. I guarantee that's where it comes from. It's not like he just woke up. He's from Philly and was never a Philly fan and was a Cowboys fan.
This is what Michael tweeted. Michael said, "Facts. David is the best, and I will not be doing any deal without David Mugoleta at David Mugoleta involved. Like anyone with good sense, I hired experts for a reason. There's no one I trust more when it comes to negotiating contracts than David. There will be no back doors in this contract negotiation." None, zero.
I wonder if stuff like that pisses Jerry off. For Jerry to come out and say one thing, and then Mike can come back and correct them and let the world know, regardless of what Jerry says, I do have representation. And I'm not getting a deal won't be done unless Jerry goes to the right channels, the proper channels to get.
Yeah. And I got one more year on my deal. Myles Garrett had 2 years left on his deal.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett got 40 mil. Come on, see me. Myles Garrett got 123.5 guaranteed, 100 million in the first 3 years. I need to get more than that. Because Myles Garrett's got 2 years left. I got 1. Holla at your boy.
And hold on. What if they get to the point where they piss Mike off and they piss off the agent and they say, you know what? We just gonna play out that last year. And you can don't franchise tag us.
We're too late. They got that franchise tag on them. But see, here's my negotiating chip moving forward. Y'all want this y'all want this 18th game? No more franchise tags. No more transition tags.
That's a good one.
And that's for starters. And I want at least for every vested player that plays at least 3 years and become vested, I want at least 10 years of medical
benefits after we done.
At least at the bare minimum 10. And the more you play, the longer that goes. But I don't want a franchise tag. Franchise tag goes away immediately. Transition tag goes away immediately.
I like that. I have a question. I got a good question though, Unc. Think about this. If there was something that you could put on the table, what would you rather more? Would you rather get rid of the franchise tag?
Lifetime health benefits.
Or people have the ability to get guaranteed contracts?
guaranteed contracts.
That's a good one. I knew that. I knew that's a good one. That's a good one.
Guaranteed contracts. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, and now I think the thing is, Ocho, everybody's trying to get at least the first 3 years guaranteed. But hey,
Yeah.
I've seen them do it. They've guaranteed entire contracts. Kirk Cousins, ever since Kirk Cousins, his third year, he's gotten franchise tag, which is guaranteed. Franchise tag, which is guaranteed. His first 3 years in Minnesota was guaranteed. His first 3 years in Minnesota, the second 3 years in Minnesota was guaranteed. His 3 years in Atlanta is guaranteed. So he's operated with 9 years of fully guaranteed contracts. They fully guaranteed Deshaun Watson. So they can do it.
Well, hold on. Wait, listen to what you're saying now. Look at the position you're talking about.
Quarterbacks.
You talk about a specific position. The quarterback, the one who actually has the ball in their hands most of the time, all the time. So I think them guaranteeing them money, they see fit based on the position and importance of it. Now, what about other positions? Offensive linemen, D linemen, skill player, defensive backs, wide receivers, running backs. I think running backs would probably be the last on the list to be able to get money unless you are special.
Very.
You got to be special.
I think the thing is, Ocho, most teams value running backs. The most value running back has is his first 3-4 years out of college. Because guess how old he is? He's normally 21, 22, 23, and 24. Now, if he's really good, I've given him somewhere between 200 and 300 carries. That's just in the NFL. I'm excluding what he put on his body in college, and I'm excluding what he put on his body in high school. I'm assuming. So now you talk about somebody that's had what? Somewhere between 600 and 800 carries in college, another 1,200 by the time he's 25. That's 1,800 carries plus what he had in high school. How many more carries he got in them legs? See, that's how they look at it.
Yeah, always.
But Derrick Henry, but you know, D. Henry, all those carries that he had in college, high school. I mean, he's the all-time leading rusher in high school. D. Henry had like a damn near 1,000 carries in college. And what do you have now? Probably another 2,000.
Yeah.
So they look at running backs and say the greatest value you'll have as a running back is your first 3 to 4 years in college, in the NFL. Because guess what? That's when you're at your youngest. That's when you have the fresh, the most tread on your tires. But I just like this. I'm glad Michael spoke up. I hope he sticks to his guns and don't let Jerry try to backdoor him with something slick. That's what you hired David Muguleta for. And that's a small consolation to have to give up 3%. To not run a foul, and you're like, damn, they taking all my money. I spoke out, conduct detrimental to the team. Oh, I wasn't this, I wasn't that. Nah, y'all ain't getting none of this back.
Yeah.
So
it's a rough game. It's a tough game, but you really find out how owners feel about you when it comes to negotiations and dealing with this.
Yeah.
As a player, you do not want to be in that room when it's time to negotiate because you will walk out pissed off.
Yeah.
So this how you really feel? After all I've done?
Yep.
Now, based on my production and what I'm going to do in the foreseeable future, this is how you really feel about me. Sometimes players, ask your agent. Tell your agent, tell you the truth on what they really say when it's time to negotiate. But you'll be mad as hell.
No, I don't want to know. Let's just keep it like that. I'm gonna pretend that they love everything about me, and you make sure you tell them I love everything about them. But deep down, but you and I both know. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
If my question is, why didn't you work directly with Dak? Todd France is his agent. Why did you not try to circumvent Todd France? Why didn't you try to circumvent? I don't know who Tony Romo's agent was or CD's agent. Why didn't you try to circumvent them?
Because CD don't play that. You have to understand. It's all about knowing your personnel. Understand your personnel. Who's one of the most boisterous Cowboy players out there?
Micah.
Dak don't play that.
Yeah.
CD don't play that. It's not in their character to even play that game. I'm not playing that game.
Well, we already know how Dak has always Heisman posed him. So that's why he has some type of way, because Dak has never allowed Jerry to get close to him like he does. Jerry has his faves, and he always tries to get close to him. He was very close with Tony Romo. He was very close with a lot of players. He worked hand in hand with him, and that worked for him. But Dak has never allowed him to get close. Dak has always been, hey, I'm the quarterback. I'm going to do my job to the best of my ability, but I am not going to be
business.
Strictly business.
Strictly business. and he's been the same since day
Yes.
one.
And I don't have I mean personally, I don't have a problem with that. I think that's how it should be because look,
Right.
and because here's the thing, Dak knows deep down inside, Jerry wanted to put Tony Romo back in there.
Mm-hmm.
But he was the only one that wanted that. Jason Garrett didn't want that. Stephen Jones didn't want that. So hold on. I don't want all these games. And you still want to bring this man back and put him in there? Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay. No, I'm good. I'm good. Look, I know David Muguleta. Met him a couple of times, talked to him. Good cat, smart cat, brother. Has done a great job. If I'm not mistaken, I think he got C.J. Stroud. He had a couple. He got a lot of big time players. Athletes first. Is a big time company. A lot of brothers, and they do an outstanding job. Clutch, Nicole Lynn and that group, Rocky Arsenal, and that group, his firm, they do a great job. I like that. I like when guys get people that they trust, that they believe in, and that's what it comes down to. Because when you're dealing with this, it's all about trust, Ocho. A lot of people try to make it about some color or whatever the case may be, and that's fine.
Ain't got nothing to do with it. When it comes to this type of money, Unc, when it comes to this type of money in transactions, you need somebody in the corner you can trust because there are too many horror stories of people getting burned.
Yeah.
Too many horror stories, Unc.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that nothing has changed with the percentage of players that are able to attain their money well within 2 years removed from the game is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost well into 90%.
Yeah.
That all comes down to the team and the people surrounding you before you get paid, while you're being paid, and once you're done playing. You got to have agents or people you trust in your corner that are there for right reasons. Not just while you're playing. Not just because it's beneficial.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to have somebody that's going to be there in your corner when you're done. I've had the same, Ocho, I've had the same agent for 29 years. I've got Marvin Dimoff in 96, and he's been my agent ever since. And I don't do anything. I run it by him because he's gonna shoot me straight. Because at the end of the day, I know this man wants what's best for me. David Muguleta has Jordan Love, C.J. Stroud. As we mentioned, he got Jordan Ramsey, Deshaun Watson, that fully guaranteed $230 million. He also has Jalen Ramsey. So he's done an unbelievable job protecting his clients, getting them the Ramsey was the highest paid at one point in time. Deshaun Watson had the most guaranteed money for a long, long time. He was the highest paid. Justin Fields just got 2 years, $40 million, based on 6 starts last year, Ocho. Jordan Love is going to get I think Jordan Love already got paid. C.J. Stroud is about to get a boatload of money after this year if he can replicate what he did his rookie year.
Yeah. He gonna get it.
He gonna get hold on. T. Higgins with David Muguleta too. What? No, he's Rock. He went Rock. He and T went with Rocky Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He just went Rock because he was with David Muguleta. And see, David Muguleta don't cut no deals.
Oh no.
David Muguleta don't cut no deals. And that's why Cincinnati say if you want to stay here, which at the end of the day, the agent's gonna do what you want him to do because he works at the behest of you. Excuse me, that's what I said, Ocho. He works at the behest of you. David Muguleta, like, bro, what we try to do, and see, this is what baseball players do. They're not going to give you no deal, Ocho, because they're setting the market for the guy that comes behind them. Yeah. That's why Shohei Ohtani got 700. Juan Soto says, I got to go higher. I got to keep bumping it up. Boom, 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 boom. I got to keep climbing. Right. Ain't no discounts. T wanted to stay in Cincinnati. He knew in order for him to stay, he was going to have to take a discount. David Muguleta understands that I'm actually trying to increase the market because I'm not, I want to do what's in the best interest of my client, but I also want this market to keep rising.
Right. So you think Dave was probably suggesting that he leave?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Because he knows he would have got more than a 1-year deal and he'd have got probably 2 to 3 years fully guaranteed.
Right.
Because what about the other receivers? Because you got to think about what about the other receivers? Because now Other receivers come out, they're gonna be looking like, well, hold on, you just saw T. Higgins, what he got, he was free too.
Yeah.
And so they try to put you against each other because that's what you left. That's the chip. I don't know who the next big time receiver coming out, but I'm looking at Chase. I'm looking at what Chase got. I'm not looking at what, oh, well, you see what T did, or I don't care what T did. That's on T. I saw what Chase got. And I'm up and I want to get it. It's probably gonna be Puka. I think it's gonna be Puka, Ocho. Because Puka was a late round pick. He's going into his third year. They're gonna do something with him after this year.
After this year, this early?
Yeah.
But hey, listen, if the Rams are smart, they'll do it. They'll do it this early. He won't get as much as Chase, though.
But here's the thing, though, Ocho. He's going into his third year. As a late round draft pick, he only got 3 years.
Oh, he only got three or 4 years?
3.
Ooh. Matter of fact, you know what they might do too?
With that.
The middle of the season, if he having one hell of a season and putting numbers up and going crazy, they might catch him in the middle of the season.
No, I'm good. I don't do the middle of the season. I like to stay focused.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what
you know what I'm saying, Ocho? I like to stay focused. And y'all talking about money, I can't stay focused, Ocho.
I mean, you know what? They're gonna let you focus. That's why they just talk to your agent. They let the agent take care of all that. But if you balling out, which I'm assuming he's probably gonna do, I'm not sure how many catches or production that Devontae Adams will probably take away from him. But man, they finna go bananas. And I hope they use Devontae Adams the right way. I hope they don't do what they did to goddamn Cooper Kupp, understanding how they worked him out of the offense and putting Puka Nacua in the positions that Cooper Kupp used to be in.
Well, what happened was, you remember the first year Puka got there, Cooper got hurt.
Yeah.
The second year, he missed some time also.
Yes,
so
sir.
now they say, well, we got concerns about your durability and availability.
Right.
You know, the best ability you have is availability.
Availability, yeah.
And that's what I tell guys. They will move. Ocho, you've never been injured, but you've been in locker rooms where guys have been injured, and it's almost like that guy ain't even on the team.
And one thing about it, think about the NFL in general. People in the chat, think about the NFL in general and how great some of the players are or were, just in the history of the game in general. And you always think about it, and everybody's replaceable. I sometimes in life I hear people say, "Oh, I'm not replaceable. You'll never find nothing like me."
Yeah, they
Can
will.
you imagine?
Well,
There's always.
that don't mean they won't. They won't try. That don't mean they won't be looking.
Hey, man, there's always something else out there. Always. And this is when it comes to receivers, they might not be as great as Jerry Rice. They might not be great as Randy Moss. They might not be great as Terrell Owens. But there's always someone out there that will be able to fill the production, maybe not as much, but they get the job done.
Teams, look, they're going to tolerate behavior until they can replace behavior.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro, they traded Jerry. They cut Jerry Rice. They traded Joe Montana. They cut Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hey, Bruce Smith. Do I need any other greats?
Hey, all the greats, all of them. Very few have been able to finish their career where they want to. Very few have been able to do what Larry Fitzgerald
Tom Brady walk. I don't even say no more. They let Tom Brady walk.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Hey, that's the prime example of it. Nobody's been able to do what Larry Fitzgerald was able to do.
No.
Having a luxurious career, great career, in one place. And always be in good stance with management and ownership.
Yeah.
Very seldom does it happen.
Yeah. You see Dan Marino play at one place for 16, 17 years. John played at one place for 16 years. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen often. You see Peyton Manning. They cut Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. I was just going to say, you took it right. You took it right out of my mouth. Yeah.
Some of the greats. So that's what they do. That's what they do. So Brian Schottenheimer oddly dropped some inside information about Kyler Murray today. He says the former Cardinals offensive line coach and new Dallas offensive OC, Clay Adams, told him Kyler Murray never really wanted to run. Ocho, what do you make of this?
I like it. I think for dual threat quarterbacks, that as people that are scouts or in positions of power, they always view dual threat quarterbacks as running quarterbacks. I know Kyler Murray's short. I know he's dynamic with his legs and extending plays and doing things off script, but I want to be known as a first throw quarterback. And how do you do that? By extending plays, by being able to go through the process of reading from 1, 2, and 3, or maybe 4 sometimes, and only running when you have to. And I'm sure maybe that's a conversation he had with him, which is why he came out and said it. If that's something Kyle is working on and wanting to be a throw first quarterback, then so be it. Look what Lamar Jackson's been able to do. Look what look how he has come and gotten so much better at, you know what? I'm going to be a throw of the ball first, and I'm only going to run the ball unless I have to, as opposed to looking at my first read not there, I'm taking off the ball.
I think that for me, Ocho, what makes Kyler Murray scary is his legs. Don't nobody fear Kyler Murray arms. They just don't.
But you know what? I like that you said that, but he can throw the ball.
He can.
His anticipatory skills are very good. And then you got Marvin Harrison Jr. You don't have to run the ball no more.
Yeah, he does, Ocho. Because here's the thing, is that he's an undersized quarterback, and what makes him dynamic and what makes him lethal is his legs. So it's the same thing that RG3 ran into. RG3 is like, I don't want to run. His daddy went in there and said, I wanted to be Peyton Manning, I want to be Tom Brady. When he was never that.
Right.
I mean, Ocho, it's like all of a sudden, Ocho, you vegan. Hold on, what? Can you let me build up to it? Hell, I've been eating meat for 25 years, and all of a sudden you tell me now I got to cut out chicken, I got to cut out fish, I got to cut out seafood, I got to cut out all animal protein and go strictly plant-based. Can I get some time to build up to that? I'm not saying that eventually you can't build up to that, but I'm saying to do this cold turkey, damn.
No, it's a process.
It's a process.
It's a process. Hey, listen, everything you just named right there, everything you just named, is that you have to exclude that from your diet if you become vegan?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm not trying to be funny, and no disrespect to anybody that's in the chat that might be vegan or that might see this clip, but that sounds miserable.
And you got to stop eating hoo-ha too.
Stop.
Yeah, you got to stop eating hoo-ha. It's meat, ain't it?
I ain't got nothing to do
Ain't
with
it
it.
meat?
I mean, it depends on who it is. Yeah.
No more booty holes either. No more rump roast. You've been eating rump roast for a long time. Done. Done. That's done. Dead. DOA, dead on arrival.
Hey, that's funny. I don't see how people do it. And I mean, no disrespect. I don't know how people, choose to be vegan. I don't know how people choose to be vegetarian. And I don't know how people choose to be what else? What's the other
What you
one?
mean, pescatarian? Did you eat
I
fish?
said vegetarian. That's what I said.
Pescatarian.
Okay, yeah, that. What's another one?
You got vegetarian, vegan. Vegetarian is like sometimes you could eat maybe you eat fish or maybe eggs. Vegan is that it's all plant-based. Plant-based, excuse me.
Hey, how do you live like that, huh? I'm just saying in general.
I mean, they say what you got to give on Ocho. No toes. You can't lick on no toes. No elbows. No. I'm just saying.
There's nobody in the chat or anyone that is vegan, vegetarian, or what's the last one?
Vegetarian, vegan, and pescatarian.
Yeah, there's no way you can tell me you're actually happy with your choice in diet, and you got to be miserable. You can't. You're not. It's impossible. It's impossible. The food is too good. It's too good.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Ocho, boy, you wouldn't last long, huh?
And what?
As a vegan.
No, I wouldn't even try. There's no point. There's no point. There's no point. I'm not sure what people are trying to do. Maybe I want to be a little bit more healthy, or whatever it is. You can work on your diet. Maybe it's for health reasons. I just can't do it. Eat what you want to eat. Anything, whatever's going to happen to you is going to happen to you no matter what. No matter what you do.
Yeah, you're right about that. But I think the thing is that, once Kyler got injured and he looked at it, I got injured running the football. I didn't get injured in the pocket. I got injured running the football. So maybe that played a role into it. Look, I don't think any quarterback wants to run. I want to put some ball in somebody else's hand. Hell, I want to do as little work as possible.
Right.
But I think the thing that makes him so dynamic, the same thing that makes Lamar. Now, Lamar doesn't run Lamar runs as a last resort.
Yes.
Not as a first option.
Right.
And his game is elevated. But if you see the process and the steps that it took for him to get to where he is now people are upset. Run, Lamar, damn.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said his
He, hey,
mom.
he
He
the
said
whole,
his
he the
mom
whole.
told him, boy,
Yeah.
run the damn ball. Get your ass out the pocket
Do
and
what you
run.
do what you do best.
Yes.
But I like the fact that he's evolved and become a pocket passer first. Matter of fact, he'd go through his progression, go from 1 to 3, and come all the way back to 1
Yeah.
before he take off.
Yes. If he runs the ball, he's running as a line. Now, hey, I would never play him 2-man because the last thing I want him to do is jump out the window and
It's
take
a
off on
wrap.
my
And
ass.
everybody turn their back?
No.
Man, please.
I got to have eyes on him. Me personally, I got to have eyes on him. Hey,
If anything, listen, you play 2-man and have a spy.
yeah. But who's that spy going to be? Xavier Worthy? You ain't finna catch him.
Hey, that's fine. Yeah, I can only think of 2 linebackers. I can only think of 2 middle linebackers in the NFL that would be successful at spying Lamar Jackson based on their athletic ability and then being able to laterally. Fred Warner, I'm not saying he's fast enough. I'm saying his ability to close the gap and be able to make tackles without getting shook. Franklin, Zaire Franklin,
No, hell no.
Fred Warner, stay with me now. And it's one more that's very small and athletic. He can move sideline and sideline. Golly, it was right on the tip of my tongue. Fred Warner, Zaire Franklin. God, I just had it. It was right there. He's small and undersized, but boy, he can go. It's gonna come to me.
Hey, man, Lamar gonna make.
Oh, Milano. That's what I'm
Matt
trying to think
Milano
of.
from Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about Milano before the injury.
Yeah, I don't know.
Boy, we talk about sideline to sideline and coming downhill.
Well,
Man,
he better be what you call him. He better be have some bionic legs because Lamar gonna make somebody tear some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because the last thing, man, he gonna start and stop and I'm out.
Yeah.
But hey, Kyler never really wanted to run. Hey, I don't think most quarterbacks want to run.
No.
Shit, them legs hurt. Them legs hurt. So, and they're not used to taking licks like, flush shots.
Right.
So that's the last thing that you want to do. But glad he shared that with us. Chief fans points out the NFL changes the rules the last 2 times the Buffalo Bills lost. Buffalo did not win the overtime game. Hey, my homeboy got the ball first. They never saw the ball. Buffalo didn't get a first down. Now we see Hawkeye
Rule change. Yeah.
measure the ball.
Is it coincidental, you think? Is it coincidental?
No.
Because listen,
Too many
rule changes happen.
Too many coincidence is not a coincidence.
Right. I like that.
And now they've been taking a step further. So now moving forward, they have adopted the college rules. Every team possesses the ball. Now they did take what is it? 10 minutes? I think 10 minutes on the clock. I think, but that was the old overtime rule, right? Or did they increase it since everybody's getting the ball?
I'm not sure.
But a lot of teams, because it used to be overtime was sudden death. First team get to you score, you kick a field goal, boom, you win the game. Then they say, if you kick a field goal, the other team get a chance to score a touchdown and beat you.
Score. Yeah.
And so now it doesn't matter what happens. You could score a touchdown, but the other team will get an opportunity to possess the football. Do you like that rule, Ocho?
I love it. I think it's fair. Instead of putting the onus on the defense, now we have no choice but to make a stop if they get the ball first and win the coin toss. Allow our offense to get the ball as well. If you guys happen to get a field goal or get a touchdown, give us a chance. Give us a chance and put your defense out there and force them to make a stop, just like we had to make a stop, but we couldn't do it.
Okay.
I think it evens the playing field, makes the game fair, as opposed to most of the time with a team like Kansas City winning the coin toss in overtime. If they win the coin toss, man, listen, 9 times out of 10, they're going to get some points. It's going to be, if it ain't 7, it's going to be 3.
So you like the rule both teams possessing the football?
I love it. I like it. I like both teams getting an opportunity, Unc.
So my question is, okay. Yeah. So because in college you score.
Yeah.
Now you place the ball on the 25. NFL you score, you're going to have to kick it off because, hey, somebody might run the kickoff back.
I'm back, yeah.
See, the thing is, Ocho, is that the rule, especially if I would always defer because that way it gives me an opportunity to know because 4th down, I'm live.
Yeah.
You see what happened with the 49ers? I don't know why they took the ball first. And then because
Super
I
Bowl.
think they were under the assumption if they scored
What,
first,
Super Bowl?
yeah.
Yeah. They wanted to put the pressure. They wanted to put the pressure on the Chiefs.
Yeah, you put the pressure on the team by scoring a field goal, and now they know what they got to do. They gonna keep going for the fourth down.
Right.
They get that extra
Right.
down every time. No,
Yep.
I want to know what I need I want to know what I need in order to beat you. Because I know, hey, okay, I get a field goal, boom, boom, boom. I know I'm cool.
Right.
But
Listen, I like the thought process of Shanahan, especially in a situation like that. You think about Super Bowl, it's a pressure situation. You know, how can we put the Chiefs back against the wall? You know what? We're gonna take the ball first.
not by scoring 3.
Exactly. We're not scoring 3. I'm going to hope that Brock Purdy and those boys can go down there and get us 7. If you can get us 7,
Well, the game would have been over.
Huh?
The game would have been over.
Oh, that's right. I'm tripping. Yeah, you're right.
They changed the rule this year now is that both teams will get an opportunity to possess it like the old college did. And so now if both teams score, if there's time, I think in this situation, Ocho, I honestly think there are probably going to be more ties.
Whoa. Ties? No.
Yeah. Because it's not like a playoff game, Ocho. If you're tied in overtime, you keep going. If you tied after the overtime, it's over.
Well, it depends on how many overtimes we talk about.
It don't matter. You don't get but one.
1%. Oh, that's okay. I don't like that. Now that's boring. Now that I don't like.
In the playoffs, somebody got to score because somebody got to advance. But in the regular season, it's not like that.
Okay. So that's basically like soccer in the regular season.
Yeah.
Game in 1-1, that's it. Unless it's some type of championship or tournament where someone has to advance to the next round.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like that.
You don't like that?
Now I don't like it. No.
So you want somebody to play until they win.
Exactly. We don't need no draws.
Hey,
we don't need no draws.
You want somebody, man, you want the Jokers to be out there. Now, what if they got to play on Thursday night? They go 3 overtimes.
See, okay, that's right. But also think about the gambling. Think about the gambling. Now you add the dynamic and the aspect of, you know what? If you get the draw right or 2-team draw,
you're gonna lose. Because if when you either lose or you gonna push. Because here's the thing, normal time the spread is always a half. So because your team can't score 2.5, they can't get 3.5.
Right. See, that messes everything up.
It does.
From a gambling perspective.
It does. So Vegas is not too happy about this, but hey. But it's gonna be interesting. I'm interested to see. Hey, Buffalo, y'all got to be on the right side of history. Hey, ain't nobody tell you, y'all had a lead with 13. Listen, Ocho, you deserve to lose. If you have a lead with 13 seconds and you allow a team to get in field goal range, you deserve to lose. You earned that loss. Why would you leave the open side of the field open like that, Ocho? And you got to press somebody. And you see Travis Kelce and my homeboy talking. They're like, oh, hold on. Ain't nobody want to cover Trav? So y'all just gonna give him a free run. Just let him off the ball, just scot-free. All he does is belly. He puts it on him, and now he runs now, and he gets down, boot call timeout, and Buckner.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, but that's exactly what happened. Now you get the overtime. You don't get now you've already let them get a rhythm, Ocho. Because remember, they just went and got in field goal range in 13 seconds. You lose the coin toss. They're in a rhythm. And you see Mahomes go methodical. Boom, 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 boom.
Right down the field.
And it's over. So, I a part of me does like it because, both teams get to possess the ball. But damn, defense, they're playing the defensive guy. Myles Garrett making $40 million. They got a DB making $30 million. Damn, stop them. I ain't saying you got to keep him out of the end zone, but just keep him to a field goal.
Yeah, you can bend but don't break.
Right. So that's the Chiefs fans. This is what the Chiefs are saying. But damn, every time they want Buffalo to get to the Super Bowl so bad, they change the rules to help them. And guess what? They're going to find another way to lose. You can't keep running the same play. Me personally, Ocho, and I've seen it, I don't think he got it. I don't think he got the first down.
Oh, we know he didn't get the first down. They didn't show it every different camera angle. And the fact he would have got the first down, obviously, if he wasn't in that scrum and he could have reached the ball out.
Yes. But he
fact that he
understood
had to tuck
reaching the
to
ball
a
out, they
chest.
knock it out. You don't get the same protection
Oh,
as the
yeah,
goal
yeah.
line because the field of
Yeah.
play is not the goal line. You can't do this like, oh, I reached it over the first down marker. Somebody knock it out your hand and then they whoop, gone.
And that's the only reason he didn't get the first down, because he had to keep the ball
Against his body protected. Things have gotten spicy between Chad's Ochocinco Johnson Bengals and Trey Hendrickson. First, Executive VP Katie Blackburn said this on yesterday. It is on him to be happy at some point, and that's he thinks. He should be happy at a certain point, rates that maybe he doesn't think he'd be happy at. Hendrickson told Bat McAfee today he thought it was April Fool's joke. Hendrickson called the comments confusion because he'd been talking to the team about a long-term deal for the last few years, and it was communicated to him that this something would get done this offseason. There's a little disappointing because communication has been poor over the last couple of months. That's something I hold high regard. They have not communicated with my agent directly. It's been something that's been a little bit frustrating. Hendricks said he does not have any desires to be the highest paid or the first in line. He's been patient. It's possible, but made it clear that he's looking for incentives that will be out of my control or a short-term deal, given his stated desire for a long-term contract that includes guaranteed money. 35 sacks the last 2 years, Ocho. He was the first team All-Pro. He led the league in sacks last year with 17 and a half.
And this year. That's tough. That's tough, Unc. I think the Bengals are in a tough spot. Trey Hendrickson is in a tough spot. Bengal fans are in a tough spot. The organization is in a tough spot. How do you pay, your quarterback 55? You pay your wide receiver
40.
1A, 40. You pay your wide receiver 1B
30.
35, 30, whatever it may be. And now you have Trey Hendrickson, who deserves to be paid within the top 3, top 5 at his position. How do you pay him as well? I don't know.
Rob
I
Peter
don't
to
know
pay Paul.
well, where
And Peter,
the money
first of all,
from?
Peter and Paul already robbed you.
Yeah. And then, you listen to the comments that he says about, not wanting to be the highest paid. Well, the comments that Katie made as well, Katie says, well, you need to be happy. Was that my doorbell?
I ain't hear nothing.
Am I too loud? Oh well. Yeah, maybe Katie's saying that maybe you need to be happy with the rate that we're offering, on the deal that has been set or given to you. But again, you understand that when it comes to the business side of things, which is why agent is needed, they always lowball you, and that's when negotiations have to happen. So listen, I hope both sides get something done. If Trey Hendrickson isn't able to play with the Bengals, he's had one hell of a career here. He's been a tremendous player, not just on the field, but in the community as well. So I really want him to get what he deserves, even if it's not with us.
I think so too, Ocho. The problem that I have is that the contract is only binding when you want to renegotiate or break it. When they cut you because you haven't performed, ain't no contract.
Ain't no problem. Ain't no issues. And the fans don't come to your defense either.
No. But we
the
know
fans
that.
don't come to you. But let you ask for more money, let you hold out, let you have gripes and situations about what you think you deserve based on your value and the work you've put in. Oh, boy, you all type of selfish and diva and disgruntled that.
You're right.
That's always been the nature of the business. For some reason, I'm not sure how it happened or what fans have always thought, because their heart and their loyalty is to the team. And I'm not sure how owners have fooled the fans into believing that the players are the bad ones.
They do.
I'm not sure how they've done it, but
because they frame it like we're doing everything we possibly can. The salary cap is what it is, and what we try to do, we pay everybody accordingly. I know y'all got a check for $400 million. What's the salary cap, Ocho? Now I'm saying when you with ESPN and Fox and Amazon and what Netflix gave you and what CBS gave you, okay, I know what those corporate sponsors are paying you. Now, that's just from the national side. You got your own TV deal locally. You got your own radio deal locally. You have your own local advertising deals locally.
Yeah.
You have concession. You have merchandise.
Merch, yeah. Don't get me started. There's so many different avenues of revenue that teams bring in, and it's something that people don't even know about.
Yeah, they like when you get in the term Ocho, they say buckets. This is where they use the term buckets. There's so many buckets. There's the network bucket, which is CBS and ABC, CBS and ESPN, Fox, Amazon, NBC. That's a bucket. And then you get Nike deal. That's a bucket.
Yeah.
You got Bose headset. That's a bucket.
Hold on. What about the stadium name right? What about the stadium naming rights?
Yes.
Don't they have to pay something here?
Yes. What is AT&T? Ford Field, Highmark. Yeah. Mercedes-Benz. Yes. So that's the only thing I don't like about it. I look, I ain't got no problem. And my thing is, okay, I'll sign a contract and I'll honor it. As long as you honor it too.